My name is Tiofoni. My entry number is 2X7579. Now I will start about the introduction. The current account balance or current account deficit is a key economic metric in international macroeconomy. It reflects a nation's foreign transactions such as the balance to current economic value and offset between resident and non-resident company. The current account balance of payment, as well as a percentage of GDP and USD million, is crucial for addressing the susceptibility of foreign debate and reducing the likelihood of bankruptcy. A temporary deficit is not a severe issue, but a chronic deficit is more concerning. The current external balance and annual economic metric indicate a nation net surplus or deficit in its current exchange with other countries. A positive balance indicates a net lender, while a negative balance indicates a deficit. It balances primary revenue and current transfer and is calculated by adding resources gained from outside the nation, subtracting resources consumed abroad, and adding the external balance of goods and services to the global income flows.
Good day everyone, I would like to continue to present the 2.0 problem statement of the review of 5 journal. We have found that many countries are experiencing significant currency account deficit, raising the sustainability concern. A currency account deficit can lead to the currency depreciate, reduce the foreign exchange reserves, and slower the economic growth. For example, in Turkey, higher inflation, currency depreciate, and external debt pressure have led to the persistent deficit. Albania also faced a currency account deficit exceeding 9%, well beyond 5% sustainable level. Malaysia's economy heavily relies on volatile commodity export and suffering from inefficient finance intermediation pose the challenge to the deficit sustainability. Meanwhile, restructure with structural and macroeconomic factors that contribute to deteriorating external balance. Therefore, the objective of our journal article are to analyze the factors affecting sustainable current account balance, to address the long-term sustainability challenge posed by high current account deficit, and to propose policy recommendation to enhance the sustainability of current account balance.
Good day everyone, I will continue our presentation for literature review. Understanding the optimal level of current account is vital for maintaining economic stability and growth. This review examines theoretical foundation, empirical findings, and policy implication. The intertemporal approach by Opfeld and Rogoff view the current account as reflecting decision on consumption and investment over time. The Hubbard effect shows how trade shocks affect income and consumption patterns. Studies by Chin and Prasad highlight factors like fiscal policy, demographic, and growth rate as a key determinants. Bechard and Milesi find that large persistent deficits can signal economic vulnerabilities, stressing the need for long-term sustainability. Policymakers must balance external stability with domestic goals. Adjustments in fiscal policy, exchange rate management, and structural reform are crucial. International coordination is often necessary to manage global imbalance. The optimal current account balance is complex and evolving. Continued research needs to refine models and address new global challenges.
Good day everybody, my name is Kishani Chandran, matrix number 285793. Today I will be discussing about the methodology part I will took from the journal Determinations of Current Account by Italy 2010. In this part, I explain about the concept of co-integrations and autogressive distributed leg, which we call as ARDL model. This model initially proposed by Henry and Richard in 1982 and been further developed by his colleagues at 1996 and 2001. The ARDL approach has been key advantage, which is first of all, it simplifies the identifications of co-integration relationship. The second one is it does not require unit root test and making it applicable where the regressions are purely stationary and not purely stationary or mutually co-integrated. And third one is it's highly efficient for small sample sizes. And fourth one is, however, it's important to note this approach is not suitable for series integrated of order 2 or I2. In the second part, I explained about the AREL approach involves two main steps, which is the first step is the weak test for consistency of a long-run relationship among the variables, and the second one is if co-integration is founded, that we then estimate the long-run and short-run coefficients of the same equations. This helps us to understand the dynamic interactions among the variables. I also explained to test for co-integrations, and in the journal they use a F test, which is we call who wrote this one is that Pasaran et al. 2001 provides critical values to access this. If the F statistic is below the lower bound, we conclude no co-integrations. If F statistic above the upper bound, we confirm co-integration is accessed. If the F statistic falls between these bounds, the result is inconclusive. So incorporating an error correction model, or we are also called as ECM, enhances our models by capturing both the long-run multiprice and short-run dynamics. Even if the F test is inconclusive, a significant lag error correction term can add in indicated co-integration, providing a more reliable measure. For model estimations, it is recommended to avoid using a dummies in autographic models. According to Nielsen 2004, the best results are obtained when the co-integrations rank is determined in a model without dummies, ensuring more reliable and consistency outcomes. First, there's a long-term relationship between the current account and the variables such as the exchange rate, private savings, public savings with the F-test significations. Second one is that the appreciation of the domestic currency improves the current account balance. This aligns with the portfolio balance theory, which suggests that increase in foreign asset holdings. Third, private savings show a positive relationship with the current account, but is not a statistically significant in the long term. Fourth, the error correction mechanism in ARDL model indicates a stable long-term relationship, suggesting that deviations from equilibrium are corrected over time. Lastly, the study diagnostic tests confirm the model's robustness with no issues of several correlations, heteroscedasticity, misspecifications, and the stability confirm the CUSUM and CUSUMQ tests.
Now I will continue about the second article, which is the Malaysia Current Account Balance Sustainable, evident from the Intertemporal Solvency Model 2010. This study investigated the Malaysia Current Account Balance stability using an alternative unit root test with the structure break. The intertemporal solvency model assumed that the import and the export follow a random walk with the DRIP and a stable real-world interest rate. The Malaysia Current Account series had two breaks, which is the Question 4 1997 and Question 3 1997, which correspond to the ASEAN financial crisis. The LS unit root test suggests that the Malaysia Current Account balance is unsustainable and does not meet the intertemporal solvency standards. This study examines that the effect of the ASEAN financial crisis on Malaysian economy, revealing the economy relied heavily on foreign saving to fund domestic investment, leading to a significant current account imbalance. Post-crisis, private sector investment fell, while the gross domestic savings soared, leading to a substantial surplus in the current account.
The article Current Account Determinants and External Sustainability in Periods of Structural Change by Virisinis examines the factors that influence Greece's current account from 1960 to 2007, providing important insight into international finance. Using the intertemporal approach, the study sees the current account as the difference between domestic saving and investment, highlighting how people make consumption and investment decisions over time. Concerns about Greece's external stability grew after 1999, when the current account deficit widened significantly and remained high, showing the need to keep external balance sustainability to avoid economic problems, including the ratio of private sector financial to GDP as a measure of financial liberalizations in the model shows how change in financial markets affect external balances. The study period includes Greece's entry into the Eurozone, emphasizing the role of exchange rate regime and international policy coordination in influencing the current account. Finally, the paper discussed policy options to restore external stability, stressing the needs for structural reform and effective fiscal and monetary policy. These findings offer valuable lessons for managing external balance, understanding global financial integrations, and implementing policies to ensure long-term economic stability, contributing to the broader discussion in international finance. That's all from me. Thank you.
The finding from Article 4, this paper examines the trade deficit and consequently a current account deficit faced by Albania during its transition. Second, the trade deficit relative indicator was 24.6% of GDP, corresponding to a current account deficit indicator of 9%. Regarded as a warning level in economic literature and got near to the record high of 11.1% in year 1997. Increasing economic competitiveness, it is possible to influence export growth, the reduction and prevention of administrative barriers, and improving the business microenvironment, including exchanging cooperation between companies, improving economic competitiveness.
Next, for the fifth article, which is the title International Reserve, Current Account Imbalance and External Debt, Evidence for Malaysia in 2008. The article analyzes the Malaysia demand for overseas reserve between 1917 to 2004 using an autoregressive distributed lag ARDL balanced testing approach. Key factors influencing the reserve demand include the GDP per capita, current account balance, export volatility, average inclination to import, and short-term external debt. The study found that a positive correlation between the reserve demand and the current account balance, with Malaysia demonstrating continuous current account surplus until 2004. These surplus were crucial for boosting foreign currency reserve through the central bank operation. The article suggests diversified reserves into strategy investment like healthy education and infrastructure. The demand of international reserve also show a positive correlation with short-term external debt, suggesting the government keep high reserve as a safety measure against the financial emergency. Strategy to manage short-term liability include increasing the average maturity of foreign debt, reduce the short-term external debt, and reduce the risk of the approach capital reversal during the volatile economic period. Effective management of international reserve is essential for economy sustainable and resilient, as well as maintaining a healthy external balance.
Again, the last part is 6.0 conclusion. So in summary, we can look at improving the current account balance requires and changing the trade balance. Second, the importance of export growth for a sustainable trade balance and long-term improvement. And lastly, a relationship between international reserve and several economic factors. Next, we will look at the limited of research. Why does the government prefer to avoid a larger current account deficit? This is likely due to investment projects that use foreign funds being poorly planned and based on overly optimistic expectations of future profit. Okay, the number 3 is suggestion for future research. So we recommend comparing the effectiveness of various trade policy in promoting export growth across different countries. When countries struggle with foreign loan repayments, creditors may stop lending and demand immediate repayment, which is necessary to rebalance trade and ensure the current account sustainability.